Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1306, 1306. Hi, it's Mike Matthews broadcasting from Café Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valleymont. Today, Bison Bentley, Valentino, Madame Rootabega. We'll get to the segment called the MIKELOPEDIA INSANICA. See, I was all prepared today. I had everything all in front of me. Yay. I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I got that from the song The Existential Blues. That is a crazy song. Listen to it. I think it's on YouTube.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
But that's neither here nor there or really anywhere. And I try so hard to prepare for the next day by getting everything ready, and then when I wake up, I'm like, oh my god, spaghetti is all over the place because I live with a bunch of Italians.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
What? That made no sense. And now the Godfather theme plays.
Mike's
And then it stopped.
Daily
Because
Podcast.
I love spaghetti.
Yeah!
I don't ever make it anymore, but I had such a craving for it. My mom makes this really good spaghetti. She's German, but she makes this spaghetti, and basically she gets this big old pot, this big red old pot that's probably got lead peeling off of it, and she takes it and boils this, cooks the tomatoes, and it's bell pepper, like chunks of bell pepper, and Italian sausage, and ground beef, and it all goes in, and man, it is so good. Oh, and mushrooms. She puts a ton of mushrooms in there. And I had such a craving for it yesterday. My mom's not doing very well. I think I have mentioned before, she had a amputation of below the knee of the leg, the left leg, several years ago, but she fell on the knee that the prosthesis is supposed to go over, and it's so swollen up she can't put on her prosthesis, so basically she's been rendered immobile, and she can't get around, and this woman needs to go places. She's always on the move. So your best thoughts and prayers for her. Thank you for your thoughts and prayers for Basil. He's doing so good, and we had another wonderful walk yesterday, and that's good, but you know, it's whack-a-mole in life, isn't it? One head pops up, you smack that, the other head pops up. It's like all the time. Look who just walked in, speaking of moles. Right now. Hello, Michael Matthews, it's Madame Rootabega. I don't have any moles. Woo. You know, moles are not, I like them on women, Madame Rootabega. You should get a mole. Okay, I'll work on that. Woo. Yeah, the Kate Upton has a mole. Looks very lovely on her. There's a girl I know who has a birthday the same day as me, Emily. She's got a mole. She looks lovely. And then there's my friend Erin. I'm just going to mention all the people I know with moles. She's got a mole. You know, it's just a fact of life. These things happen sometimes. And, you know, Marilyn Monroe had a Marilyn mole and looked lovely. I had a thing that I discovered. So I was talking in the song. You may have heard it. Look who else just walked in.
Hello, Mike. This is Valentino.
And it's Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike, we heard that little bit of spaghetti music there in the beginning of the show there.
Yeah, it made us want to go to an Italian restaurant. Do you know that? You know, there was an Italian restaurant I went to in North Hollywood. It's there kind of just across the street from Universal Studios. And, oh, Universal Studios, what a crazy money-taking crap fest of an amusement park. No, I don't know. I haven't been there in a long time. I took the Jurassic Park ride video on YouTube. I went on that, the video ride. Somebody videotaped the whole ride, and it looked pretty interesting. You get to see automatronic dinosaurs yelling at you, and then you go down a big thing, and oh, there's a dinosaur right there. So scary. It's like Jurassic Park, this show.
Mike, we have a Jurassic Park ride here at the Café Anyway.
Yeah, don't mention that, Valentino. We'll get copyright dinged. Oh, yeah, copyright dinged. You don't want to get copyright dinged like I get on YouTube. Like I told Irene Pena when I had her on my show, I'm like, I'm going to play your song, but I know I'm going to get dinged by YouTube on the podcast. And she goes, what? Oh, I'm sorry. She's so nice. I think she's got a new album. We'll have her back on at some point, and I'll get dinged again. But let's go on that not Jurassic Park ride now, and it's Café Anyway. Oh, look, we're going down a waterfall ride, splashing, and then there's another dinosaur. That was terrifying. Yes, so I get up at 4, and I try to leave the house by 4:30. I try to get everything done the night before so I am able to leave the house by 4:30. But with all the stuff that went down with Basil, and I have to put stuff in his eyes because his eyes swelled up. You know, remember I told you his third eyelid, because he's a boxer, has it swelled up really bad. So I had to, every morning, put this like little ointment in his eye. Which, if you ever try to put ointment in a dog's eye, it's not the easiest exercise. And then I had to, like, you know, there's all these little, then it was pouring down rain, and when it rains in the morning.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Which, by the way, last show I called it Niagara because it was Niagara Falls in front of my door yesterday. But today it's Dryagra. All of a sudden, like the late afternoon yesterday, everything was dried up. There was like no freaking evidence of all the rain we had in the morning. That wall of water, I don't know what happened. The Walla Walla Water, Washington, gone. It was so strange. It was like we were in a new country all of a sudden, a new state, which is a country. California is a whole country onto its own, as we know. But yeah, I was just, wow, what a change suddenly. But I think we're going to get some more rain this weekend. But that's neither here nor there, and I told you I would never talk about the weather again. But when it rains, it causes... I'm going to talk about the weather anyway. When it rains in the morning, I've got to, like, check stuff out, make sure that nothing's going to get flooded, and all this stuff goes down, and then I'm, like, 10 to 15 minutes late to work, and it's just so... No matter what I do to prepare the night before, I even wear the shirt I'm going to wear the next day for work. I have it on. I would wear the pants, but I have to have comfy pants on in bed, otherwise I won't fall asleep. I have to have some nice, you know, some, what do you call it, fleece, those fleece warm-up pants. Got to have those on, or maybe like some nice soft shorts of some kind made out of cotton. Cotton. It's the fabric of our lives. Time-space continuum is the fabric of our lives in actuality. But, and atoms, and we are made of stars. But that is neither here nor there, up there, over there, or copyright infringement, or anything else. So I always try, and then, so no matter what, I can't seem to leave the house at 4:30. Although today I almost did it. But then I had to go use the bathroom. Like, I'm not going to be in the car for a half an hour and have to go. So I had to go then. And then I had to go. I went and I went. And now we're getting into past tenses of verbs, and it's getting very confusing. I'm sorry. It's becoming a MIKELOPEDIA INSANICA. But we'll get to that segment in just a moment. The point I was making was moles are beautiful. And no matter what, you can never seem to get out of the house by 4:30. Try as you may. But I ain't getting up before 4, my friend. That's where I draw the line. Hey, check out the website, mikesdailypodcast.com. It's a wonderful place. I got to work on reinstating some of the links that got broken, thanks to Dropbox. My interviews 2011 to 2012, I got about a third of the way down the page, maybe a fourth, maybe a fifth, maybe a 1,000th of the page down. And so you can hear some of the early interviews that we did here on the show. Now, if you do scroll down mikesdailypodcast.com, you'll see there are links to all the way back to 2009. Now, I wasn't doing the podcast in 2009, but I was blogging back then. Sort of little tiny liberal rants back then. And so you can see those. The podcast links, though, the further you go back, I think when you go past 2013, it's tough to hear the old shows. So if you ever want to hear an old show, you're like, Mike, I went to episode 66. Yes, that's a number. No, it's not a Freudian slip. Get your mind out of the gutter. Although my mind was in the gutter yesterday, as you know, because I was having gutter problems with my house because of the rain in Niagara, etc. Now it's Niagara. Frontal lobotomy, bottle in front of me. And then if you want to hear an old show, all you got to do is email me, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com, or call the number that we have set up here at Café Anyway, 336-MM Daily. That's 336-MM Daily. I'm not going to tell you what the numbers are because I don't have that. I'm not that smart. So you can call that number with... Oh, we got a call right now.
Hello, Mike.
Hey, who's this?
My name is Emily Latella.
Oh. Emily Latella?
No, Emily Nutella.
Oh, okay. Well, you tell her. This sounds like a Gilda Radner sketch.
Mike, I just want to tell you, Gilda Radner will forever live in the heavens, because she's beautiful. And can I get podcast 66?
Sure. Yeah, if you want that, I will set up a link and email it to you.
Thank you, Mike Randall.
You're welcome. That was a great call. We'll hang up now on that caller. I hung up on... When people accentuate the G in certain words, I hung up on them. I made a meringue pudding. I love to do the tango. I'm making a point of some kind, but some people get hung up on certain G's. I think you need to just fly through the G's, don't you? It's like when people down in Southern California say magic mountain. They don't say mountain, they say mountain. And other words like that. No? Am I the only one that observes that? Okay. Yeah, Mike'sDailyPodcast.com. Click on that Amazon link. Buy whatever it is you're going to buy, and that helps us out. There's also the PayPal. You can go and get hung up on the PayPal if you want. Maybe I'm hung up on G sounds. And you'll get a personalized MP3 from all the Café Anyway characters. It's all there at Mike'sDailyPodcast.com, and the past podcast pictures, which we blew right by. And I forgot to tell you that it is this wonderful person who is walking in right now. Hi, Mike. It's Benita the Rodeo Queen. How y'all doing? We're in a podcast picture together, along with Basil the Boxer. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Mike. I gotta go. Bye. That was quick. All right, here we go. The segment.
The MIKELOPEDIA INSANICA.
Everybody make some noise! Woo! Bringing to you live from Podcaster Valleymont, Mike's Daily Podcast.
Oh, well, that was fun. I just got a call. Hey. So, U.S. wireless carriers Verizon Communications and AT&T said yesterday they have suspended digital advertising on Google's YouTube and other advertising platforms not related to search over concerns that their ads may have run next to extremist videos. Yes, they joined a list of well-known British brands. They're deserting Alphabet's Google. Google is under fire in Europe from politicians and brands angered by ads appearing alongside videos on its YouTube platform carrying homophobic or anti-Semitic messages. Google said they have vowed an overhaul of their practices. AT&T is removing ads from the non-search inventory on Google because its ads may have appeared alongside YouTube content promoting terrorism and hate. Now, butterbeer, there's nothing to hate about butterbeer except it tastes horrible. It used to be a beverage that only existed in the pages of Harry Potter's books, but over the years, the frothy concoction has found its way into reality. It's served at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios, where across the street is that Italian restaurant where you can sign a Chianti bottle, is what my point was earlier. You can sign the Chianti bottle in the restaurant, and then they hang it up, and then years later you can come back and see it. I don't know, I signed one like 10 years ago. I wonder if it's still there. And it can be seen at your local grocery store, the new butterbeer. Sans the official Harry Potter license. There are plenty of recipes online that can help you brew your own batch. Now, though, the once fictional beverage is coming to your freezer in the form of butterbeer ice cream from Yingling's Ice Cream. It can provide you with a slight buzz. There's no booze in the dessert. It consists of buttercream and butterscotch super premium ice cream with a butterscotch swirl. Now, a butterscotch latte sounds delicious at the moment. Starbucks is ramping up its hiring efforts, announcing yesterday to create more than 240,000 jobs globally by 2021. That's a lot of jobs. Maybe I should leave this one where the host of a radio show is now telling me to do his material for him. Hey, can you pull all the material for me? Thanks, man. The company is slated to add 68,000 jobs as it moves towards opening 3,400 new stores by that year, 2021. All right, jobs at coffee places. What fun. It's that schedule that's going to get me, though. Hey, can you work Friday? All right, no. Okay, you're fired. The stars are realigning for Red Nose Day. Comic Relief Inc., the organization responsible for the annual charity telethon, has reassembled the cast of Love Actually, a movie I had to watch over and over and over again when I was married. And that was from 2003. It's going to be a sequel of sorts. That one guy got really popular on The Walking Dead. Alan Rickman, of course, will not be able to appear because he's dead. He died a year ago. Oh, so sad. Your favorites are going to take part. The ones alive, though, that would be, I think, what's his name is in it? The Irish one. The guy that always, this is that guy. That Irish. I can't think of his name. And so Love Actually sequel will premiere in full during Red Nose Day, which is Thursday, May 25th. And it'll be on NBC 10 o'clock. It says. I can't think of why. As we go outside of Café Anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley. Star Wars, The Phantom Menace. He's in that one. Cast. It is Liam Neeson. God. I kept wanting to say Sean something because I knew he's Italian. Don't bring back the Godfather music, please. Irish. He's Irish. That's right. So, a little bit of this as we wrap up the show. Thank you so much for listening. Next show, as I got to get to work and put together all the show for somebody else. That's my new job now, I guess. Next show, we're going to have the wonderful Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the engineer. Have a wonderful day now. I'm a little late with this accent. I finally figured it out, and that holiday's gone. Now a Jets sound.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.